Okay, hi everyone. In this video I am doing pretty much the full run through of all my photos. I did a shoot for a exercise book. In fact, I'll show you the book from last year. Okay, so this is the book, or the last year's book by Dr. Paul Gamble, Strength and Conditioning for Team Sports. Sport-specific physical preparation for high performance. Whew, not an easy one to say quickly. And anyway, throughout this book, you had certain photos that we did with the girl there, and some more photos in the gym and set up like that. And let's see, there's some more shots of the stuff that we did. In fact, there's Dr. Paul Gamble there as well. So anyway, he got in contact with me because he's on to edition number 2, or the next book of this, and so he wanted me to get the shots of all the different exercises that he's wanting to show in the book. And in total there's 41 different exercises, and out of those 41 exercises you've got to get the start, the middle, the end position. Maybe it's got 4 moves into it, so you need to get a shot on each one. And so 41 different exercises in total. Let's see how many photos we took. Took 796 photos. Yeah. So job number 1 is to now go through all the photos and pick the ones which were good. So for example, what I might do is just using the arrow keys left and right, which ones do I want to use. Now pretty much all of these were shot with the Nikon 70 to 200mm lens. I've also just quickly gone through the whole catalogue and added in a little bit of settings changes. So over here, I haven't really changed with the white balance or anything, that's just how it came out. I've given it slight plus over exposure, recovery is down, but light fill is also up, and I've brought the blacks down as well, down to 3. Brightness up just a touch. So that's how naturally, that's how I want them all to be slightly edited. Because I find sometimes with the raw pictures you want it to have a bit more, bit brighter, just a tiny bit brighter, and a bit more fill light for where we were, just so we can see more of what's going on. So yeah, so if I'm going through all the shots, for example, this one was a single leg, stiff leg deadlift. So you start with your leg straight, then 1 foot forward, and then you bend over. So this one is like, damn, I'm far too close. So I'm not going to be choosing any of these ones. And you've got to remember, these are very easy to crop, because as you can see, you know, the pictures in the book are tiny pictures, and these are 12 million pixel images, so I can pretty much crop it until you're just looking at somebody's shoelaces and it'll still be enough for the whole page. So then shot that again. Oh, so there we're now able to see the whole person. So what I would just do is I'd crop it down to something like that. I might use the straightening tool just a touch to get that, make sure we keep the foot in, and that's the job done. So that's image number 1. So that starts there. Do the same. Now these, I think I did these on a tripod, later on I did it handheld. And then here's another where you've got a single leg, straight leg deadlift while holding a plate above your head. So foot out in front and then bending right over. So yeah, see for example this one, we had a weight in the way, so the next shot moved out of the way and got it sorted, so that's fine. Okay, so I'll just zoom out, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through them all. I'll speed this bit up and I'll just pick all the ones which I'm going to keep and the ones which I'm not going to keep. So that's the first part. Just before I go. Okay, from the beginning. Okay, that's the that's the first load done. That was where we're doing it all in the actual gym. The next shots Dr. Paul Gamble was doing is more explosive movement exercises. And again, to show that in a photo is near on impossible. So I've done some videos with my phone, but well, just to show you what we're trying to do here. Okay, so we're on the other side of a basketball court, and here we're shooting Dr. Gamble. And we've got the flashes on manual. As you can see, that's how the pictures come out. Let's see how well this goes. Okay, Dr. Gamble, if you would like to commence. 3, 2, 1, go. Sweet. And into the next part now, please. Ready, steady, go. Okay. And the last one. 3, 2, 1. Looks cool to me. And what I did is I set up the lights so that they were on SU4 mode and at about 1/16 of a power. On the flash on top of my camera I put an extra SB800 and made that just a manual control. Again, it was about at 32th of a power. And what I did is I just did rapid fire 7 or 8 frames a second, and so that got all these shots very, very quickly. And with it just being SU4 mode, it didn't have to do any TTL or any communication. The flashes just went off whenever they were told to do it. I had it set so it was at 250th of a second and at f4 point something. Let's just check, see if we can find it here. I started shooting in JPEG as well here just so it'd be a lot quicker. Let's see the details. Yeah, f4, ISO 400 and 1 divided by a 250th of a second was the shutter speed. So as you can see, these shots are, whenever they first come in, they're quite good, but then the computer is totally changing the saturation and everything of the photos. So if we quickly see, that's the photo, then it screws it up. What is it doing with it? So I think for these JPEG shots, I need to totally do something so all the images become the same and not this oversaturated mess that they are. So for example here, that's good, good. That's how I saw it, that's how it came out of the camera. But now Lightroom is quickly changing them all, so I just wanted to suddenly stop Lightroom from messing it up too much. So I'll just double check this. If I take down light fill, or I can do a... What's this? This is the compare mode, the before and after. Now, what were the settings in the before? How do I change that? I think I can swap it around. Yeah, so before I just had no adjustments whatsoever. So because these are all JPEGs, and I've obviously given them the same adjustments as the RAWs, JPEGs then become out totally over-processed. So that's it there to what I would like it more to be like this shot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that one, and then click a whole bunch of other ones, and press sync. Press synchronize, and that should mean all of these go back to exactly the way they were before. Brilliant. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do, is all the way back to the JPEG here. What to do is simply, I've got it in the before and after. I don't like the way it is in the after, so I come down to this bit down here, before and after, and I swap the settings around. And as you can see over here, there's nothing that's changed on it whatsoever, so that's the way I want it. And then from there, I will highlight all the other photos all the way to the end, and then just hold down Control, or no, I don't, I hold it down the other button, that's it. and go right along to the very end. Because I did all these in JPEGs, I just click sync, everything selected fine, and that's syncing all these photos so they will quickly start to change back to the unedited versions there. So now I'll show you what these were like actually. So these shots, there, it's all about the kind of bounce movement. It's all about jumping and springing into action. So I'm pretty much at the other end of the basketball court or ping pong court or wherever it was. Oh, see, these ones haven't changed yet. Give Lightroom a second. That's it, changed back to the way it was before. Yeah, so that looks a lot better. And it's great, the flashes have given out a constant light in each photo, so it's not changed too much at all. Very happy with that. Yeah. Good. Okay, so now I'm just going to click through these, see which ones are the best, and get these ready for them. Phew! Okay, that's all the photos that are good, selected. Now from there I go down to this bit where it says filters off, and I go to flagged, because all the ones which I've picked are the ones which I'm going to be putting into a memory stick and dropping off to the guy. And annoyingly, I've got 380 photos to deal with. Now, okay, from here, I'm going to do the cropping and straightening. I would say pretty much the white balance is sorted with them all, so I'm going to start off with definitely the cropping and straightening. So like this first one, I think I may have already cropped it. No, not yet. Straightening wise, what we're looking at is I've got this line here, which is very good, and I've also got this line going along the top here. So I'll be using that for my guidance. What I could do is in Lightroom, you've got this bit here, where if you click that and you do the angle, you can go along, say, let's say we zoom closely into this piece of wood here, and we click on that piece, and we bring it, hold on, there it is. Click on that piece and bring it all the way along, make sure it's following the line all the way to the end, and that will make sure it's perfectly straight, and that's that one done. Now, as I did the rest of those ones on the tripod, I know that they're all the same, so I can press sync and go synchronize, and that will straighten all of them correctly. Unfortunately, that's done absolutely everything to the photo, including the crop. So, for example, this one is back to that. Here, quickly click the line bit, follow that along, that straightens that. Bring the top bit down, that's not important. The bottom bit up as well. Bring in the sides, bring the outside as much as possible. There, shot done. This one, you can see that the green weights here is very, very dark, so I kind of almost want to bring in a little bit more fill light and brightness up. If I were to bring fill light right the way up, you can see everything, but then it becomes a mess, so I'm not going to do that. But just so there's some colour. The most likely thing is that these photos are going to be black and white in the book anyway, so the colour is not important. What would be good is if you make it black and white, is then you can see, although there may be colour differences, there might not be tonal differences, i.e. what is darker or brighter. So a good thing is going into grayscale and seeing what really shows the contrast of the brightness rather than the colours. So that's just something to... I need to check with Dr. Gamble whether it is going to be in colour or whether it's going to be black and white again. If it's black and white, then I'll edit all these photos in black and white and check that they're all okay. But the first step really just now is the cropping and making sure everything is okay. These photos aren't meant to be artistic in any way. These are purely factual, so I'm not trying to show there's a bit of a wall clock on the side and there's a bit of a note here. It should just be person, and then person with foot out. Crop that in nice, and then the last one where the person is bent over. Crop that right down there to there. So the three shots in the book will turn out shot 1, shot 2, shot 3. Might have 2 shots at the top and that one, as a picture underneath. So it'll be 1, 2, 3. And that's something which we can decide on once we're actually making the book, the kind of editing process of how the photos are laid out in the book. So that is the next stage of how I'm going to crop and straighten these photos. So I'll speed this up again just so you're not really bored and I'm really drunk.
I think it's maybe the cheesy rolls I can smell. Here you go.
Oh, yummy. I haven't been warmed up.
I have. Eat them.
Wait, no, don't be like. I need to...
You nipped that beer already?
I know, oh, I'd love another one.
Well, tough. You're not getting another one.
Okay, now once I've gone through every photo and it's all been straightened, I am just going to go Control A, that selects them all, and then go right click, export, and let's see what details we need to give here. What I'm doing is putting this onto a CD or a memory stick, and I'm going to give him all the photos. And then I want him to come back to me and say, I want this photo, this photo, this photo, this photo, make it so it's certain sizes. So on the export page, I'm going to put it into put subfolder, Paul Gamble's book shots, first edit. Okay, file name. I just want it to be the same names as what they've got there, so it doesn't really matter. Resize fit, no, don't want any sharpening, don't want anything done to it. I want to take away any copyright watermark because it's going to be in his book. And that's all. So I'm going to do export. Once that's all done, we'll see what that looks like in a second. Okay, so that's all the photos being edited. Let's see what that comes out like. Okay, there's all the photos. What was it? Paul Gamble's. Go to get info, and it is telling me it. Oh, 2.33 gigabytes of info. Okay, that means it's definitely not a CD, and it's definitely a memory stick. So I'm going to stick that on the stick tonight, and I'll drive around, drop that off to Dr. Gamble tomorrow, and I'll let him do the second part of the editing, because there's obviously a couple of shots which are the same. Maybe we've done the exercise 2, 3, maybe 4 times and all the shots are good. Maybe he's looking at things which I'm not looking at, so maybe the weight was at a slight angle, or his legs were just not quite bent enough or something like that. So I'll give it to him, and then I'm going to get him to cut down the shots, and then he'll give the memory stick back to me. So that is the next stage, so that will probably happen later on. So that's the first stage of doing the whole photo shoot. Hope that helps. Cheers, bye bye. You realise I'm filming this just now?
I'm sorry.
So you just sound like an idiot.
Is that you?
No, that's.
But it really looks like you.
Yeah, no, that's.
With a Rat Race t-shirt on.
Oh yeah.
Are you sure it's not you?
Sure, it's not.
It's the same ears and same shape, face and everything. Slightly skinnier.
No, that's.
It's done in 2004.
That's big. What's his name?
No, I don't believe it. So that's me booked in.
Well done.
I know. Can we like put that there? I'm bored of Gamma. Can we take that down?
Well, you no, bugger off. Can you just get out of here?
I like to see the pictures.
What?
She does look cool sometimes.
Oh, is that your stomach I'm hearing?